Now, back to the interview from a few minutes ago with Barnes, Leslie, and Jimmy. The best of the morning X. 99X.
We're talking to Jamie Lee Curtis. What's your favorite Jamie Lee movie, Jimmy?
Definitely A Fish Called Wanda.
Mine's Blue Steel.
Blue Steel, very good choice.
I love that movie.
I loved it.
Your choice, but good.
I loved Trading Places.
Oh, yeah, it's
Another
true.
good choice.
Yeah, you and Aykroyd were great in that.
Got
together.
quite the list.
I might go True Lies.
True. See, that too. That's another one that's right up there.
I might go True Lies.
You've got such a big list, it's hard to pick.
Well,
how did you break out from the horror map? I mean, you went out the gate with just horror film, Prom Night, The Fog,
I know,
Halloween,
I did a bunch of horror movies.
Terror Train.
I know.
How did you?
I literally stopped.
You just said no more.
Halloween 2, and almost instantaneously ended up working with John Landis on Trading Places. Simply because it's too long the story.
You know, I hate to bring up exes, but I have to ask you.
What's wrong with exes?
Well, I mean, you don't like to bring up, dig up old boyfriends and stuff, but
old boyfriends, I love.
I never knew you dated Adam Ant.
Oh, for a long time.
I never knew that.
Loved him.
How did that hook up? How did you guys?
I ran into him at a photo session once.
Really?
Yep.
Were you at the time kind of, young girl, kind of infatuated with the whole rock star thing when you look back at it?
Truth be told, he is the straightest guy I've ever dated.
Straightest in what regards?
He's a teetotaler.
Really? Adam Ant?
Adam Ant, teetotaler. And so there was absolutely no rock stardom. I obviously liked his music at the time. And, I got to share makeup with him.
How old were you then when you dated him?
21.
21, so you...
22, 23, somewhere in there.
Every 21-year-old girl at that time just loved Adam Ant, so you just sealed the deal.
He was pretty great.
When you were a kid, not a kid, but, teenage girl in your 20s, were you real infatuated in general with rock stars? Did you go through a period where you were hanging around that scene?
No, I was... No.
No crushes you can remember?
No, I wasn't. You know what? I never understood. I much preferred to go out with guys who didn't have, 55,000 women chasing them.
Right.
I always liked guys who were a little surprised by attention. And do you know what I mean? It's the idea of stooping a rock star where, 15,000 other women had been there before me. Just didn't, same thing with actors. There's this whole slew of actors that are sort of infamous for bedding a lot of young women. And the idea of just, wanting to become one of those young women just was really repulsive to me.
So you never did go out with Warren Beatty?
I was about to
is
say.
what you're saying.
So basically, I never went out with Warren Beatty.
Right.
It never appealed to me.
It seems
that
like
whole idea.
It seems like you've mastered the art of balancing, though.
Well, you know what? I don't think you can balance anything. Balancing is, there is no balance. You can't really. Something's going to fall.
I know the last time we talked to you, you had written a couple of children's
I've
books.
written a couple of children's books. Both have become very successful, I might add, and thank the people who bought them. I have a really wonderful life. I have 2 kids. I have a husband. I have, I write children's books, which is this whole other kind of part of my life that I never thought I would do. And they're successful, and I have another one coming out in September called Today I Feel Silly and Other Moods That Make My Day.
Jimmy, didn't you write that? You wrote something like that.
No, I read both her children's books.
Oh, you read them?
Yeah.
Read my children's books.
Yeah.
And I made, I've made 25 movies, and I've had a great time.
Not a bad deal.
Let me tell you my favorite part about you as an actress, Jamie Lee Curtis.
Okay.
I think no other actress in Hollywood can sell a kiss better than you. A lot of times you watch...
Praise the baby Jesus. Thank you, sir.
You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you, I'm watching a lot of actresses, and, you see the lips are tighter, that hermetically sealed, and they're just trying to get through the scene. You are full on into it.
Oh, I am.
The tongue and everything.
First of all, there's nothing greater than kissing. I don't care what anybody says.
Even Adam Arkin.
Adam Arkin is a fabulous kisser.
You were into that kiss.
Listen.
There was tonguage.
Listen. If you're not in the moment, then you're not acting. And please, what, little tongue swapping is going to be really a, crossing the line between decency and somehow acting.
Jamie Lee Curtis is open. That's what it is.
I am, actually. But
Any plans to act with any upcoming projects with your husband?
my husband, Christopher Guest.
Yeah, that's right.
My husband's Nigel Tufnell.
That's right.
Spinal Tap.
That's right.
I married. Talk about rock star
I know.
marriages.
I
I
know.
married Nigel Tufnell.
I know.
Yeah, really, that's it.
I mean, how great is that?
Another good thing you're good at selling is a part of a dress. We saw you at the MTV Movie Awards, and you had a part of a dress on.
That's
Thank
right.
God, that'll be the last time I can do that. You know what? I just can't do it.
You've been working out, Jamie Lee Curtis. You look buff.
You know what? I can't do that anymore.
Why?
Because I have a 12-year-old daughter. I have no business walking around in dresses that skimpy. I really don't. That's just inexcusable.
Do you think it is because because you reach a certain age and you feel a certain maturity, or do you think it's irresponsible
I think it's
as a
because
parent?
when you have a prepubescent 12-year-old daughter at home, it's not helpful to her to see her mother walking around in something skimpy.
I don't get when I see actresses who have like teenage kids posing for Playboy.
Well, what is that?
I don't get it.
I won't tell you who, but there was an actor who I knew, and his mother had once been in Playboy. And he said that it was the worst experience of his life being at boarding school when this was on the stand.
I bet it was.
All of his friends.
Were you in before?
No.
You've never been?
Not intentionally. In fact, when Trading Places came out,
Right.
they took a frame of the actual film.
Right.
There were no photographs.
That's what I saw.
They took a frame of the film, a piece of the 35-millimeter film, and blew it up and made a picture and put it in Playboy during the, cinema and the
Sex and Cinema. Yeah.
And I tried to sue them, and I went to court.
Did you win?
No. The judge said that if you've done it on film, that you can't object to then it being in a magazine. And I kept trying to fight for the fact of, then why do I have the protection, the legal protection in my contract that says that no still photographs, which as far as I'm concerned are an outside reference to this. If you're in the middle of a scene, it's one thing. But to take a moment of the film and then put it as a still photograph changes the experience. There are no pictures from any of the movies I've done. But what happens is they take it off the film. Anyway, I lost the case.
Jamie Lee, we know you have to go soon.
I do.
We have one quick thing. 15 seconds is all it'll take.
Go.
It's called the Fish Quiz.
I'm there.
Every celebrity does it. You'll have 15 seconds to name as many fish as you can. Anything underwater counts.
Okay.
Anything underwater counts. Living underwater.
Okay.
Right. The record is 15.
I'll never get.
Well, that's okay. You do as
You
best
never
as you
know.
can. You do as best as you can.
And you were in a fish called Wanda. So.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Are you
On
ready?
your mark, get set, go.
Goldfish, marlin, shark, jellyfish, manta ray, shrimp, but those are crustaceans. Bluefish, blowfish, groupers.
Oh,
Nine. Not bad.
Not bad at all.
But I was taking my time. See, I wasn't even doing the time thing.
Coolio's the champion with 15.
You know what? He is a fish.
He is a fish.
You know what? He's a
Fish
big
called
fish.
Coolio.
I gotta go.
Thanks, Jamie Lee
Love
Curtis.
you guys. See ya.
Jamie Lee Curtis on The Morning X.
The best of the Morning X.
99X.